we're coming down, and we don't go forever in a row. Wow. Can I get a row? Wow. Dressed up like a T-Rex with that perfect strut. All the people in the chat's just going nuts. You need a row. Can I get a row?
Widows, boys, girls, how are you all doing? This isn't a debunking video, so if you're the type that complains that all I've done is talk to the camera, this is one of those videos you can jog along without leaving a comment. So I get asked a lot of things on live streams, and a lot of people only watch lives, or they don't watch the lives and just stick to the main content. So just clearing some things up and discussing some things that have gone on recently with the community, with the channel, with other debunking channels and stuff. There may be some shots fired, but not at any of my friends. The first thing will be this small pocket of people that seem to want to pit me and the side-eye guy against each other. It's bizarre. I have had a number of people recently say that I only did the Mind 24-hour charity stream to one-up the side-eye guy, or to make the side-eye guy look less relevant, or whatever the wording will be between these small pocket of morons. The side-eye guy auctioning off one of his masks to raise a shitload of money for charity is an incredible thing to do. Absolutely incredible. Well done the community, well done the side-eye guy, fantastic. I don't understand why people want to take shots at somebody raising money for charity. How infantile. So just to clear it up, the Mind 24-hour charity stream first started with me under Bearded Geek Live, my original Twitch name, 5 years ago. I had an audience of like 20-something. I streamed at one point to 3 people over that 24-hour period, and we raised just over £200. A year later, I did the same thing, and we raised just over £500. Absolutely incredible. At the time, I was working in a busy place, and sponsorship forms up around the workplace, and a few people donated through the workplace. When I came over to YouTube, I started doing things like No One Alone for Christmas, which is designed to help people at Christmas, and people have moaned about that. You're only doing that to grow. Listen, if my idea was just to grow, going live on the least YouTube viewed day ever is not the time place to do it. It's not for me, it's for the community. I take an hour out of my day, I ask the entire family to hold up on food and presents or whatever, because we bounce around everyone's homes all day, and I'm like, I need an hour and a half where you all just go off away from me. So I'm going to spend time with a lot of people that I have never seen, probably never will see, because I feel bad that they are lonely for Christmas. And if you want to take shots at that, it says more about you as a person than it does about me, or the community, and all of the people that are involved. Because the first year, I think we took up about 6 hours of Christmas where people were alone. After, you know, on the build-up to Christmas, the studio gets a tree and Christmas decorations, and I wear a different Christmas jumper or t-shirt or shirt or hat or mixture of everything all day. Dress up as Santa and, you know, feel a good time. And some people were just like, I hate Christmas, I've got nobody. I tried to make a difference to those people. And the amazing thing that happened after was other channels were like, I can take an hour, I can take an hour, I can take an hour. Where we chain streamed last year for 12 hours. We took up 12 hours of Christmas Day so people weren't alone. And this was channels in the States, channels in the UK. It's a fantastic thing. If you've got nothing better to do than complain about acts of kindness, fuck off. Go away. I don't like you. I'll never like you. And your opinion means shit to me. So after the Christmas stream in 2024, which is nearly a year ago already, wow, I said about doing a 24-hour charity stream for Mind like I used to do over on Twitch. And I'd look to doing it at some point in the summer. Summer rolled around and we had, well, from April, we had the hottest summer on record. It was unbearably hot. This studio was so hot that I had to go out and spend nearly 300 quid on an air conditioner. The cost of running that air conditioner is substantial, so, you know, I didn't want to do a 24-hour stream, either uncomfortable or running an air conditioner. So I postponed it until mid to end September when it cools down a bit. The temperature cooled, we got the date, the 26th, bang, let's go. And people are like, yeah, you did that to get one up on the side-eye guy. Well, it's a long-form plan of attack for me to have set this up 5 years ago before this channel or the side-eye guy's channel ever existed. Stop shit stirring. It's not working. You know, the people that were coming into the live, oh, you've only done this to get under Seg's skin. I can't believe you're playing a demonology game. You don't believe in demons. I play Call of Duty and I'm not a fucking soldier either, am I, you idiots? What the hell is wrong with you? So just to reiterate, you people that want me to go at Seg and Seg to go at me, it's not happening. Me and Seg have had a couple of differences of opinions on YouTube. That's it. Difference of opinions. We don't always agree on things. We don't always disagree on things. It is what it is. People don't always agree. Doesn't mean that you have to try and stir it up, because it's only making you look like a twat. The Conjuring House. Ooh, something I was done with. Unless I've caught somebody like Matt Rife, Felton Casties, Selena Spooky Boo has apparently put a name forward. As shall I, shan't I? No, please don't. For the love of whatever you believe in, don't. Oh. Then Jason Hawes has stepped up. Jason Hawes, who said the following: I don't want the Conjuring House. I don't think I'll ever want the Conjuring House. I wouldn't buy the Conjuring House. And now he's saying, I'm going to try and buy the Conjuring House. And you're not having a go. If you go and watch his video that he's put out, he's like, the community keep asking. I've been in his live streams, and yeah, a lot of people are like, Jason, are you buying the Conjuring House? But recently it's shifted from, are you buying the Conjuring House, to, please buy the Conjuring House before the fakers get their hands on it. Or please buy the Conjuring House before another rich person gets their hands on it and prices everybody out. So just put out a video. Basically, he's set up a GoFundMe. I'm not going to post a link to it purely because I have never ever posted GoFundMe link. Well, there was one time somebody posted one and all hell broke loose after. I'll never touch a GoFundMe again for anyone or anything. Even the Ouija Brothers had a GoFundMe when the channel got taken down. I didn't promote that. I promoted the channel and tried to help them get the channel back. But Jason Hawes saying, if we all come together as a community, potentially we could buy the Conjuring House, keep it at a fair price, not price people out and not have the bullshit. That's a good idea. Now, I said it many, many times. Before Hell Week, I'd have loved to have gone to the Conjuring House. Do I think it's haunted? Probably not. Would I like to go there to experience it, given the history? Not the Ed and Lorraine Warren bullshit, not the movie bullshit. The history that was reported by the family that this place was haunted. I probably would have. And would I now? Possibly. I mean, it's a lot of money for me to go to America, but so it wouldn't just be the Conjuring House. It'd be a few locations I'd want to do, but under Jason's ownership, or the ownership of somebody that actually gives a shit about something other than money, yeah, I would. My issue is, if the likes of Sam and Colby, Elton Casties, Matt Rife, Selena Spooky Boo, or any of their ilk bought that place, regular paranormal investigators are priced out. Remember, at one point, people like Joe Vitale and Matt Benton and co, they could afford it. Jacqueline Nunes took over, nobody could afford it. And then there were rules put in place. The same thing has happened with Ed and Lorraine Warren's house. It's overpriced, there's rules, we got to check your footage and all of that junk. I can't see Jason Hawes and whoever he gets to run it for him doing the same thing. I'm all up for that, if I'm honest. And yes, I know there are going to be you in the comment section that are going, but what about what his daughter did? My daughter got a speeding ticket. I didn't drive her car over the speed limit. She did. What if somebody's son goes out and holds up a bank? Is that the parent's fault when that son is in his 30s? No, it's not. It's the son's fault. So, no, I'm not holding him accountable for shit his daughter did 2 years ago now. Some people are going to have a problem with it because they just don't like the paranormal. Some people don't like Jason. Some people don't like me. Some people don't like me being friends with Jason. You're never going to change my opinion or my mind on Jason. He has always been very kind to me. We have a genuine friendship where we barely discuss the paranormal anymore. It's family stuff. What about this? What about that? And when you come into the States, when you come into the UK, those sorts of things. Very, very little to do with YouTube content. For all you people shouting about it, Jason is one of those people who was called out by a debunker and embraced it and owned it. I have time for people that do that, which brings me on to the next thing. Real Evidence recently put out a ghost theory video, and hand on heart, Mike sent me that footage, and I went, yeah, you fucking got them there. Every time somebody does that, the camera jerks, or they do that, or that, or that, camera jerks. Your whole body moves when you throw something, and I was like, you've got them there. Yeah, absolutely, I think you got them there. The video comes out, and then Ghost Theory did something that I didn't think they'd do. They brought out the raw footage. Here's the raw footage. You're wrong. Mike in turn went, shit. Fair enough. I'll take the video down and I'll issue an apology in the YouTube comment section. Not the comment section, because he took the video down. The community tab. The right thing to do. And then all hell breaks loose. Not from Ghost Theory, not from Real Evidence, not from me. People were shouting at me because of it, and I'm like, excuse me? You debunkers do this, you debunkers do that. Whoa. Do debunkers make mistakes on occasion? Yes. Do said debunkers own up to their mistakes that they make on occasion? Yes. Does that mean that because a debunker got something wrong that all debunkers have to be dragged over the coals? No. Why? Because we're dealing with bullshit. 99.9 times out of 10, the debunker's content is about people bullshitting for a living. We call that bullshit out. So, we watch a video, we catch somebody 100% faking, 100% lying to their audience, lying about the dead. Do we then go on a rampage being like, you must apologize to everyone, you piece of shit? No, we don't. So why do debunkers have to do it when they make a mistake? Oh, you're damaging their reputation. You're giving false hope. So if a debunker gets something wrong and they apologize and they right that wrong, they take the video down, they owe you nothing else. They may apologize to the channel, they may not, who knows. I personally wouldn't for getting one thing wrong about somebody that I've caught faking before. And listen, I didn't say Ghost Theory's name there, but they've been called out plenty of times before and never released any raw footage until this time. Why? Is it because it was a newer video? Maybe they still had the raw footage? Potentially. Or, potentially, was this the one time where somebody caught them and they were like, haha, actually you didn't because raw footage. And it was the one time they released raw footage because it was the one time somebody got it wrong. We'll never know. But I truly believe Parple caught them. I believe the side-eye guy had them with their pants down. I believe that latch in the church that, 3 different teams went and checked. I believe that was them getting caught. So why should Mike get dragged over the coals because he got one thing wrong when everything else debunkers and stuff? But there's been no proof otherwise from anything else that's been said about them. And that, to me, says enough. But I could be wrong. There you go. I could be wrong. Ghost Theory could be legitimate and things just fall over for them more than anyone else because does it? Like when he walked up the stairs in that haunted museum and the doll fell off the chair. Clearly his weight, not a ghost. They allude to being a ghost because that's what Ghost Theory do. But look, I'm jumping around. Yeah, things can stay still in here 4 months and then just randomly fall over. Doesn't mean it's a ghost, does it? So I wouldn't claim it to be. Next up, I've seen a lot of people, when the debunkers make a video about them, say silly things like, I've been threatened, I've been having death threats for years, and then when you go and check back, no you haven't, because you've never been covered before, so how are you being threatened by the debunking community? You're not. You're shifting the blame. You know who you are. Somebody that I've spoken to. Debunkers deal with a lot of shit. We see a lie, we show the truth. The liars then lie and then either copyright claim us, copyright strike us, or make out they've been threatened by either us or our audience. Never provide any proof and hide behind bullshit legal claims, which is what. And when debunkers fight back and you realise that you're actually flouting laws, you always back the fuck up. It's silly, it's stupid, but to go onto your social medias, your Facebook and whatever, and say that you've had this shit for years, you've been threatened for years. Dark Arts, I'm talking to you right now. Somebody that I have gotten along really well with in the real world. I don't even know how me and Carl are friends, but we've been friends on Facebook for years. Didn't realise until he wished me a happy birthday, and I messaged him, like, how are you on my Facebook? He's like, I don't know, we've been friends for years. I'm like, kind of strange. We must have met somewhere, I don't know, through music or something else before I had the channel. Whatever. And in the interest of transparency, I messaged Carl about working with him. I was like, I don't believe what you do. I think it's clearly bullshit. You don't. So how about we go out, you do your bullshit, I do my bullshit, literally stand there and eye roll the shit out of you and show a different side, and or potentially I could have my mind blown because you really do get touched that much because I've been touched or things have been thrown or whatever. It was a stupid idea by me because, the guy's always been alright with me. And then to see him being like, I've been threatened by... No, you haven't. Or, I've been threatened by this, I've had this shit for years. And I'm like, I can't recall a single debunker ever covering Dark Arts. Maybe years and years ago somebody did one, but no, not to my knowledge. The shoe on the other foot, I've had people send me footage of Carl slating me at a convention of sorts, and then when I found the convention footage, that's not what happened. He made a joke, and the joke was clipped and sent to me like he was having a go, because the clip was, yeah, fuck Beardo and fuck the debunkers. And then when I watched the full thing, he was like, fuck Beardo, fuck the debunkers. I'm joking, listen, they've got a place, they're allowed to have, they say, I've got no issue with it. So why are you now saying that people have threatened you and stuff? Because that doesn't seem like the Carl that I know, or the Carl that people have seen in conventions that have been asked about debunkers, specifically me. It just seems odd. and at odds with the conversations we've had. So if I had made a debunking video instead of being stupid and thinking, do you know what, let's go out with him and see what happens and see if we can call out some bullshit or maybe get my mind convinced. I don't know why I thought I could do that, and then this behaviour from him has made me realise, you can't just go make shit up because somebody has called you out on your content. You put your content out into public view, people are allowed to have their opinions. Now, maybe you have been threatened, because I've been threatened, but I post the screenshots and mock people for it. But it doesn't necessarily mean it's come from the debunking community or the debunkers. What it means is it could come from a cynic, a skeptic, or a believer that just doesn't happen to believe your brand of bullshit. Because you get a lot of stuff in your videos every time without fail. And you know my stance on it, everyone knows my stance on it. If you capture activity week after week without fail, you're full of shit. So I don't understand why those posts were made. I looked them this morning because I was going to put some screenshots on, but it looks like they've been taken down, fair play. But it's not the way to do it. Speak to the debunkers. I can't believe I'm going to use them as a good example. Like Ghost Theory recently have. Ghost Theory recently got called out. I'm like, hey, here's the raw footage. Have that. That's the way to combat us. Work with us. But when these tricks are pulled, or the false copyright claims are put in, or the bullshit copyright strikes are put in, which is bending the law, and you can get in a lot of trouble for bending said laws, you undo any of that, and that's why debunkers are the way they are. That's why debunkers go at people the way they go at people, because we're sick of your shit and then the lies to defend the lies. Another thing, if you're annoyed that on occasion, and I mean a very rare occasion, I take a sponsorship deal and I'll promote something on my channel, just fast forward that bit and don't complain in my comment section like the last idiot. You're begging. You've put this out begging. I put out top 5 or top 10 videos at least one every 2 weeks. And to put an advert on one isn't begging. And the fact that it was for one of these fantastic desks that I've been using for nearly 3 years, and having another one for my second setup back there, of course I'm going to accept it. I'm not getting any monetary gain out of it, I just got a desk out of it, and I in turn promote them for a free desk. If you don't like that, you can just skip that bit. I used to argue with these people. You're only doing this to win up the seg. You're doing this for that reason. You're begging. I used to argue with these people all the time, and I used to find it quite funny, and then I'd I'd take screenshots of the interactions, mock them more, and can't be arsed with it. Now, I remove comments that are against terms of service, that use slurs, certain words that I don't like or the community don't like. I remove them. But recently, I have been removing certain comments from certain people. Now, if you disagree with me in the comment section, that's absolutely fine. If every video I put out, you were in my comment section slating me, and you prove within your comments you haven't even watched the video, like the guy that told me that I was a MAGA Christian with a group of MAGA Christians, you dumb fuck. Since day one of this channel, I'm not religious. I do not believe in God the devil, hence do not believe in demons and the like. Those types of people that are just looking to pick fights, that are just every video without fail, you haven't put any effort into this video. I'm removing those comments. I'm not removing the comments, I am actually just blocking you from the channel, because you sit there complaining about my negativity while being the most miserable, downtrodden, fucking stupid idiots I've ever come across. Get the fuck out of here, go and complain somewhere else. They may allow it, I don't. My channel, my rules, adios. I would much rather people come in and be like, oh, look at all these cool comments. Ooh, this guy said Beardo's got that wrong. He could be wrong. Potentially I could be wrong. Not going to cry about it, not going to remove that. But for the people just looking to get their names read out or to get the Facebook post made about you, that's not happening anymore. Literally, I will just block you because you're not worth the effort, and you're certainly not worth the effort of other people reading your bullshit. It's quite simple, really. So it's not all negative. Ghost Theory got called out, provided raw footage, didn't bitch, didn't moan, didn't release any videos, live streams, or commute. It's the way it should be. Obviously, I've got my opinion on it, that this is the only time they provided raw, but ignore that. The debunker said this is fake. They said it's not. Look, and the debunker went, oh, shit, yeah, video down, apology issued. Jolly good. That's the way it should be. Not always the way it works. Don't expect it to happen with every channel, because very rarely do we get sent raw footage, and when we do, 9 times out of 10, it ain't raw footage. I imagine we've all had edited footage sent to us, tending to be raw footage, and they think we don't know it. So going forward, my videos will continue the way they do. I'll release what I want when I want. However, a lot of people are asking me to do Really Haunted again. So apparently his home is looking very nice, spick and span, and he's got new furniture and stuff, all off the tears of those grieving. So yeah, why not? We'll go with the tit again. He's a grifter. People keep asking me about Smug Puppy. Listen, you can look at a Smug Puppy video for yourself and you can see 100% how he's doing it, because he's shit at it. Try and work it out for yourself. And if you want, make a video about it. Post about it. Whatever you want to do. That is me punching down severely. Severely. Unless something really funny catches my eye, I can't see me ever covering Smug Puppy again. Really Haunted, his name is getting thrown about a lot, so we'll take some visits back there, but not as frequently as I used to. TikTok, if you guys are following me on TikTok, I'm not uploading there anymore. I'm not deleting it, but I'm not posting there anymore. I've had some videos do really well over there. 160,000 views one video had on Manchester 666. But when you look at the comment section, it's fucking embarrassing on TikTok. People believe any old shit that's put in front of them. And this whole, I pray for you, I accept no negativity, and that doesn't do shit. It's fucking TikTok. You can't get a demon through your phone, you morons. I mean this with the greatest of respect to any of you good people that are on TikTok, but the majority of the TikTok audience is a bit thick. I cannot be dealing with the arguments about it, and I cannot be dealing with the people that are getting a bit wet over certain channels, like at the channel Ghostface. Look what this guy's done. They don't care. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. They don't care. They just out there making their money, and you simping over them ain't gonna do shit to change my mind, their mind, or anyone else's mind. But I can't be asked with stupid over on TikTok. Rumble, I'll probably start uploading a few more of my older videos. Now, initially, there was this YouTube crackdown, and it was going to be channels, like reaction channels, and we're going to get hit really hard. It was all a load of bullshit, a load of nonsense. I panicked over nothing, but it still seems like a good idea for me to upload all of my content to Rumble, where there's less chance to be taken down, because god damn, it's the Wild West over there. Not many people watch, but it's just some way for me to back up my stuff. But despite all of the complaints, all of the whinging, all of the whining, all the negativity, I'll continue to do things for charity. I'll continue to do No One Alone for Christmas. Other people will join me in doing No One Alone for Christmas. People will support me, support the charities, and that is a good thing. Me and the Side-Eye Guy have raised a shitload of money for charity in September, and if you want to whinge about it, go and take a look in the mirror, or donate. Do something. Do something other than whine, you grumpy bastards. In summary, Jason taking over the Conjuring house potentially? Good. I hope so. It's better than Rife, Riddle, or... Riddle? He's a wrestler. It's better than Rife or any of those lot. Spooky boo... Anybody but them. Anybody but them. But somebody that wants to keep the cost down so anybody can go, I'm all up for that. Absolutely. Ghost Theory, dealing well with the debunking situation? Good. That's a good thing. The amount of money raised by the debunking community this month for charity, absolutely incredible. Give yourselves a massive round of applause. Whether you raised it through the Side-Eye Guy, through me, or both, or whatever. All good. Money for charity is money for charity. Darkats, please just have a think about what you're doing. You know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. Other debunkers know what you're doing. Other paranormal teams know what you're doing. Don't play victim, and don't do the copyright bullshit. It's just scummy. And finally, some of you may notice the Thursday gaming streams have gone by the wayside. It's just because I don't have time to do the 3 live streams and bring out 3 videos a week with editing and stuff. I found myself rushing videos, making mistakes, not making the videos I wanted to make because I was rushing stuff. So it's just affording me more time. When I get faster at editing, potentially I could bring it back. But you'll have noticed these little slow zoom-ins and peep-in zooms and things like that. It's me just text popping up on screen. That's just me experimenting with editing software, experimenting with what I can do with DaVinci Resolve. I think my time is far better spent doing stuff like that than gaming. You know, I've tried to get the footage to look and sound the best it can. I still got a long way to go. I'd rather put my time into that and time with the family, because I have taken more time with the family this year than I have in the history of this channel. And that's going to continue. My family are very, very important to me. I don't just mean the wife and kids. I mean the wife, kids, and extended family. Do please let me know your thoughts on the comment section down below. If you're just going to have a go, save your fingers, save the typing, because I can't be arsed with it. Much love to you all. Beardo out.